It's going to be a massive few days in the transfer window for Arsenal. Reports coming out that Viktor Gyökeres' medical is booked for Friday or Saturday. He needs to be registered before Sunday in order for Arsenal to take him on their pre-season tour, where they will fly out, they will play Newcastle, they will play AC Milan, and they will play Tottenham. There's also some big news coming out from Fabrizio Romano that Arsenal have reached a verbal agreement in principle with Nwaneri over a new deal. That is massive news if you're an Arsenal fan. Mosquera and Maduake expected to be both announced in the next 48 hours in order for them to step out on this preseason tour. Massive transfers coming out from Liverpool today. They've stepped up their pursuit with regards to Ekitike and Alexander Isak. Michael Edwards, the director of football at Liverpool, is confident one of those will come through the door. And it's like a game of chess. It's then back over to Arsenal. What's going to be their move? It's left, it's right, it's coming every single direction. The transfer window is fully underway. We're here every step of the way. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video. Some of the videos are hitting well over 1,000 likes. It's the third upload of the day. We've already spoken on Liverpool and Chelsea. We're 52 subscribers away from 65,000. The road to 70k is well and truly on. If you haven't already, please go down, hit this subscribe button. 90% of you who watch the content on a daily basis are not subscribed, so please go down, hit that subscribe button, and let me know your thoughts. We're going to start with the Fabrizio Romano report regarding Nwaneri, and it says Arsenal have reached an agreement in principle with Nwaneri over a new deal. After progress in talks reported last week, Nwaneri and his camp have now agreed to sign a new contract. Ethan always gave priority to AFC despite interest from several clubs. Does this potentially hinder or change the Eberechi Eze signing? I don't think so. The more and more I believe right now, I do think the next two signings to come in Arsenal will be Gyokeres and Eze. I don't necessarily think at this moment in time that Rodrygo is realistic. I'll be honest with you guys. I think it will be Eberechi Eze and Gyokeres will be the two guys. That is all the reports are saying. According to reports, Viktor Gyökeres' medical is scheduled to be booked Friday/Saturday. We'll get onto that in a second. But Nwaneri, in order for him to sign a new contract, there has to be a clear pathway to the first team. According to reports, he's going to be playing in either the 8 or the 10. However, he has apparently said he's happy to play any position. He's had to go out wide. He's an absolute gem. Let's just be brutally honest. He had an unbelievable campaign last year, considering he was only 70 years of age. But I personally believe if Nwaneri is putting pen to paper, if he's signing a new long-term contract, there clearly must be a plan for him at Arsenal. Apparently, Mikel Arteta was one of the main reasons he signed the new contract. Of course, you'd imagine him being the manager, being heavily involved. But Nwaneri, Lewis Skelly, Bukayo Saka, Max Dowman, that is some that's some talent coming out of that academy right there. In terms of Viktor Gyökeres, according to reports, his medical is scheduled to be booked in the next couple of days. They think it's Friday. They think it's Saturday. That's all the reports are saying. He must be registered by Sunday. Arsenal fly out Sunday, and they will be traveling on the Asian tour, where they'll be playing the likes of, like I said, Newcastle, AC Milan, and Arsenal. So if they want him that badly, according to credible sources coming out in Portugal and Fabrizio Romano, he is forcing the move right now. There is a hold up of the add-ons. Sporting are tough negotiators. We've seen this with the likes of Pedro Porro when he was at Sporting. So, obviously, you know, Tottenham were heavily linked with Pedro Porro. We managed to get that deal over the line, and then all of a sudden they gave him. If the player is forcing the move, that's not necessarily an attractive thing for Sporting Lisbon. And then some other news coming out from Sami Mokbel is that Fulham have made an approach to sign Reiss Nelson. It looks like one of Martinelli or Leandro Trossard will be leaving Right now, I personally believe Arsenal could sell 2 to 3 players this window. Potentially Kivior could leave, Zinchenko, and a forward other than Reiss Nelson. Arsenal have received an approach from Fulham to re-sign Reiss Nelson. The structure of the deal, which is likely to be a loan, is still to be finalised, but talks as all parties to find a solution. The perfect scenario for this deal for me would be, looking at this logically, would be an obligation to buy attached to that. But Fulham are very, very smart with their recruitment, and they have made some good signings off of Arsenal in recent years. The likes of Smith Rowe, the likes of Willian, the likes of Leno, Reiss Nelson. And, you know, you'd imagine there probably will be a departure from that forward line. Charles Watts has come out and said that I know Arsenal are very happy with the price they paid for Noni Maduake. They believe it matches up well to what others of Maduake's profile have moved for this summer and are adamant that a couple of years' time, people will look at this as an excellent piece of business. Mikel Arteta has really pushed for this deal. He believes Maduake can thrive in an environment like Arsenal and does not view him as a backup. He's bringing him in to play a lot of games, whether that be on the right or on the left. Does that potentially hinder the signing of Rodrygo? I'll be honest, guys, I don't think Rodrygo is realistic right now. I stand on Eberechi Eze and Viktor Gyökeres. I strongly believe they will be Arsenal players. The likes of Ben Jacobs has come out and said that Arsenal are working on a deal to sign Eberechi Eze. Viktor Gyökeres' medical should be taking place in the next, you'd imagine, 48 hours, because they have to get him registered. AFC Extra has said breaking: Crystal Palace are open to a cash plus swap deal involving Eberechi Eze and Leandro Trossard. If you can offer, say, Trossard and 15 million quid, Palace get a good deal, Arsenal get a good deal. I strongly believe he will be coming in as an Arsenal player. This has come out only a couple of hours ago. Leandro Trossard's an interesting one because he is attracting interest from Turkey. He's attracting interest from Spain. He's 30 years of age now. I believe his better days are behind him. That may be a little bit harsh, but he's 31 this December. We know Arteta loves a younger squad. We know he prefers younger players to work with, you know, than other players. But it looks like Gyokeres is going to happen in the coming days. Let me know. But I strongly believe Eberechi Eze will be an Arsenal player. The Gyokeres one, it has gone a little bit quiet today/yesterday. Romano did come out to say that he is pushing to sign for Arsenal. I do think if he doesn't sign by Sunday, it could get very, very ugly from Sporting's perspective. Then you have an unhappy player who didn't get the move, etc., etc. Another bit of news coming out earlier today is that Chelsea have held talks with Eberechi Eze's representatives yesterday. No club talks yet. Goldberg CFC claims Arsenal remain current favourites to land the 27-year-old. I don't think necessarily Eberechi Eze chooses Chelsea over Arsenal. There is a little bit more competition in terms of creativity there. João Pedro, Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez can all play in the 10. Whereas Arsenal have really only necessarily got Odegaard, who's an out-and-out 10. Nwaneri can play other positions. So I think in terms of game time, he probably chooses Arsenal. But the whole Gyokeres one, it has gone a little bit quiet in the last day. People think that tomorrow will be the day where they will get the here we go. I thought the here we go would have been Tuesday. I thought it would have been, I thought it would have been done by now, but clearly Sporting are holding this deal up. I have no idea right now why Gyokeres hasn't. To be honest, there isn't a huge amount he can do. He's already gone on strike. He's already forcing the move. Nwaneri's been announced. Mosquera and Maduake are going to be announced tomorrow, you'd imagine. It's Arsenal fans. If you can get Gyokeres and Eberechi Eze this window, I think a lot of them will be very, very, very happy with regards to the transfer window so far. But tomorrow, I do expect it to be a big day. Whether Gyokeres' medical happens or not, we'll have to wait and see. That's what a lot of the reports are saying. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you next time. I'm out.